If you guys watched the previous episode, I talked about teamwork tools, and I also talked about the commander mode. Now, this episode is not going to be about the commander mode. I'm going to release a full episode dedicated to balancing out a commander mode. But for that, I also need your feedback and I also need your help. So guys, if you could implement a commander mode for Battlefield 3 as it is right now, if you could implement a commander mode, how would you balance it? Alright, leave your suggestions on the comment section, because I'm gonna make a video covering just the commander mode. Alright, now moving on for today's episode. Today's episode is going to be about general features and tools that I think that are missing and would be of great value for Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4. Now let's start with the spectator mode. Spectator mode is something that is greatly missed. I mean, server admins, league admins, videocasters, streamers, movie makers, everyone would benefit from this. Even DICE, even the marketing, even players would make sure that they would market, do some advertisement for Battlefield 3, some free advertisement for Battlefield 3, just by having a spectator mode. And this is oh, and by the way guys, if you're not familiar with what a spectator mode is, it basically works like this. So basically a spectator mode works like this. Whenever you connect to a server, you can choose either to go to one team or the other, or to spectate like this. So once you go to spectator mode, you'll have access to several different things. First of all, you can be free roaming throughout the map and, you know, capture action moments such as this one. Okay, for example, you can do the overview of the map, or you can choose to see players specifically, like this. So first person or third person mode, like this, right? Third person, free roam, and first person. So this is basically what you can do with the spectator mode. And you also have the map overview, where it displays in real time the location of everyone on the server, including the bomb sites, whatever. Doesn't really matter. It's just so that you guys understand how a spectator mode works if you don't know already. So what uses are there for a spectator mode on which you could, you know, stalk people and see how they're playing on first person, or free roam around the map? Why is this useful? What use is there for such thing? Let's start with something that plagues the first-person shooters online, the online first-person shooters, sorry, which is hacking. Hacking is usually known as a form of aimbotting and wall hacking. Aimbotting is aiming automatically to the enemy head without having to move your mouse and head shoot him, and then instantly moving the crosshair to the other enemy's head and shoot him as well. So that's aimbotting. Wall hacking is seeing enemies through walls. Well, honestly, we already have legal wall hacking on Battlefield 3. It's called 3D spotting, but I'm glad that DICE made it a server option so that you can disable it. But anyway guys, the thing is, with a spectator mode, you can clearly see, undoubtedly see, if someone is hacking or not. It's really easy to see that. So league admins, server admins, or even regular players could, if they were getting killed by a hacker, they would go on to spectator mode, watch that hacker's first-person perspective for a couple of minutes, and if he was hacking, you would record that, and then you would report him with the proof that he was hacking. So problem solved, you know, because Punk Buster isn't enough. Even though those guys do a great job, as soon as they release a ban wave, on the next hour, there are already the same hack gets a new version, and it's undetected for more 3 months, you know, and it's really frustrating. This way, if DICE gave the players the ability to actually do something about it, the game would be a far more enjoyable experience. Now let's also talk about streamers and esports scene, or even community events. You see lots of streamers out there, streams about League of Legends, StarCraft 2, Counter-Strike Global Offensive. You see the level, you see the pro level on which they do that stuff, you know. They roam around from one player to the other, to the map overview, discuss about the tactics, the current layout of the team, something that is currently impossible because we don't have any tools to do so. So it would also be awesome for esports and make them more reliable, not only because the fact that you would show everyone how the game is played and how fun it is and how cool it is to see true teamwork at work on Battlefield 3. And that's something that DICE would also benefit, because the more people know about this, the more people watch Battlefield, the more Battlefield is talked about, the better for DICE, right? Same thing happens with movie makers. The easier it is for them to make movies, to make creative, awesome movies, the better it is for DICE, because I mean they will just get more feedback and more views, and Battlefield name, the Battlefield franchise would be talked all over. You know, it's something that it's clearly an advantage. And if you guys want to have a proof of that, just go on YouTube and type Battlefield and see the number of results that appear, and then go and type, for example, Counter-Strike or Call of Duty, and see the huge difference between Battlefield and those titles. Because those titles have a spectator mode, those titles are friendly for movie makers, those titles are easier to make, produce content as a movie maker. So there's more videos, there's more visibility, therefore there are more results, therefore it's marketing, free marketing for those companies. I don't understand why DICE just can't see things this way, and hopefully they will start thinking like this, and Battlefield 4 would be a more complete game feature-wise. Now, with a spectator mode, there should always come another feature, which is a battle recorder. If you're not familiar with a battle recorder basically records your match on a tiny file, and then you can play it back later. So what's the advantage of this if we already have Fraps, for example? Well, Fraps records in real time what you're doing and converts it in real time to a video file. That takes away huge performance from your system. If you don't have already a good PC and you're playing Battlefield 3, you know that you're struggling already, because Battlefield 3 is a demanding game. Now on top of that, if you start recording your footage, you will have even worse frame rates. So basically, a demo recorder lets you record your match, your entire match, to a tiny file with no performance drop impact whatsoever, because it stays on this tiny file that is replayable or playable from your game, from within your game. So you have to launch your game and load that file, and then the gameplay starts happening, and then you can use Fraps to record it, because you're watching something, you're not playing and recording in real time, so it won't really have an impact on your performance as a player. So this is really a must. This is one of the biggest benefits of a battle recorder. And the other benefits of a battle recorder are all others that we talked about, the spectator mode, you know, esports, movie makers, busting hackers, etc. Another thing that I would like to see was the game to have more server options. DICE did a good thing with Battlefield 3 already. We have lots of options. If you are a server admin, you know that you can tweak lots of things. But I still think that's not enough, considering that DICE didn't release any mod tools, and you can't really bend the game rules to your liking and make a special event dedicated to a true classic Battlefield mode, you know, where you can disable things like audio spot, auto taunt, you know, tweak the weapon damage so it's not really easy to kill on Battlefield 3. If you're not familiar with what audio spot is every time you fire an unsuppressed weapon, you automatically show in real time on the enemy radar. And I think that's a new friendly feature. That's a stupid crutch, but hey, I don't think that it should be like that. But I do agree that people like it, and I do understand that people want to play with it. That's why I'm asking for an option to disable it, so that I buy my own server and I set it off. If you guys are good with that, you can play with me. If you don't like it, there's a ton of other servers to play with, you know. That's the thing I've been struggling with DICE, is to give us options. Let us tweak our own servers. Let us remove that. Let us remove the auto taunt on where you throw a grenade and the enemy automatically speaks, "Grenade, take cover," thus giving away his position if he was hidden. You know, I have been killing lots of enemies. I've killed lots of enemies because of that. I throw a random grenade to a random place and stay focused for enemy voices. If I'm on the Russian side and I hear some American guy saying "grenade," I know he's there, so I'm gonna go there, I'm gonna kill him, you know. So, and he did nothing wrong. The game is just it's noob friendly, so we should have the option, again, option to disable it. I'm not saying that it should be off permanently. Now there should also be the option to separate the body damage from the headshot damage. You currently can tweak the bullet damage overall. You can lower the bullet damage, thus increasing the time to kill, which is a good thing, because in this game you really kill fast, so it really doesn't reward you for having a good aim. You just spray and pray and you get 2 or 3 kills. It's really easy to kill. If we had the option to actually lower the body damage and boost the headshot damage, the game would become more skill based. You would be rewarded for having good aim and head shooting people, and you would be penalized if you didn't have any good aim and you shoot for the foot, you know. So, but again, this should be an option. The same thing for the 3D heads-up display. We should be able to disable everything, every icon in the game, so that we have a more clear view. Same thing goes with the ability to lock specific weapons, attachments, gadgets, or specializations. If I'm a server owner and if I feel that the M16A3 is overpowered, for example, I just go and forbid that weapon. You know, so you couldn't even choose it from the loadout menu. The weapon would be unavailable there. You couldn't even spawn with that weapon in your hands. Same things for gadgets, attachments, specs, etc. There should also be the option to skip the kill cam, and there should also be the option to remove spawn protection. Okay, so these are options, guys. I'm not saying that this should be permanently off or on. No, options. If I like it that way, I play it that way. And I don't really mind if, for example, oh, but that would completely change the way Battlefield is supposed to be played. When, for me, it would be no problem if by tweaking those options, if my server became unranked, I don't really care. Honestly, I don't care about points. I care about the gameplay experience. If I have to play on an unranked server, in order to have, you know, audio spot off, auto town off, 3D spotting, yada 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 yada, I go and play on an unranked server, no problem. I just want to have fun while I'm playing. I don't care about the points. So think about it, guys. What do you think? So basically this video is about asking DICE to work with us so that everyone wins with this. I mean, spectator mode and battle recorder will clearly give more visibility to the Battlefield franchise. It will make streaming easier. It will make the anti-hacking measures easier. Everyone would be happier with this. The game would be a far more enjoyable experience. The same thing goes with the server options. I'm asking the server options because there's a way you can actually make everyone or almost everyone happy. Just provide us with the options to disable specific things. Even if the server turns unranked, people don't really care as long as they have an enjoyable gameplay experience. And that's all I'm asking. Give us the tools so that we can fully experience a Battlefield game. So tell me what you guys think, and if you like the video, don't forget to give it a like and share it with your friends. Tweet this to DICE, tweet this to DICE on Facebook as well. I don't know, guys, spread the word. Please help the Battlefield franchise become a better one. Thanks for watching. Cheers.